Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of DOP, Dynasty Origins Pioneer. I'm your host PB, and today we're going to be talking about two events. Celebrate Festival is out, and of course we knew it all. We had a suspicion at least. There would of course be another Celebrate Festival, and this time it is with the weapons. I predict that it's going to be some combo charms. Next one, that's my prediction. But you know the drill. Everybody understands the concept by now. Go in here and buy everything for gold, and then basically just wait for arms race until this bad boy appears. Now, if you don't want to wait for arms race, for those that are like, I guess, excited, chomping at the bit, this one here is probably the better one out of all the arcanes so far, obviously, and has the stylish border. A little bit more expensive to build than a beast or a hero because you need 120 shards. So more on the scale of expensive side. Definitely not for those that are light spenders. And that kind of goes with the rule of thumb. So the combo charms are obviously a little bit more expensive. The tactics are a little bit more expensive, and the axes, i.e. this axe or all weapons, are a little bit more expensive. Thus, in my opinion, not the best money that you can spend, only because, like for most things, you probably can just rank these up maybe to 1 star and leave them at that. Whereas you got a little bit more option if you are trying to rank up your beasts, or you want to rank up your heroes as well. There's a little bit more versatility. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about it. At the start of the battle, you gain hatred and rage, pretty stock standard. Everyone does that. You get armor points as well. Again, pretty stock standard with these weapons now. 35% chance to lose 30 armor points when receiving divine weapon damage, so it mitigates other divine weapons. Kind of, I mean, pretty much stock standard. Reduces all enemies' damage and damage reduction by 20%. Okay, fair enough. Pingu's Soul. Oh, I like that. Pingu's Soul. That lasts the entire battle. In the first 2 rounds, every time an ally hero is hit, 2 random allies' defenses are increased by 30%, and 2 random enemies' attacks are dropped by 30%, so buff, debuff for 1 round. Up to 1 time per round for each hero. When taking action for the first time, stuns 1 random ally for 1 round. That can be pretty good. Like, the stuns are good. This stun effect cannot be blocked or removed by arcane effects and below. At the start of the battle, gain control immunity for 1 round. Grant all allied heroes, excluding Soul Pangu's aura, the last 5 rounds. Pangu's Soul. Every time an enemy loses armor points, remove 2 negative effects from self. Okay, yeah, not bad, not bad. The remaining damage over time amount that is inflicted will be inflicted on 1 random enemy with 125% increase, so it does damage as well. The effect occurs no more than 6 times per round. So basically, you can strip away all of your negative effects and deal some damage to basically the enemy, and you get some defense. Not a terrible statistical increase, because I think we're in that meta where that's happening quite a lot. A lot of debuffs and buffs going out, and of course there's some more armor because of the divine or arcane weapons. Increased stat debuff resistance 30%, not bad. Reduced every 10% per round, so it is a diminishing return. When armor points drop to 0, restores 125 armor points. Won't be reduced in the current round. Okay, so it continues to proc armor points. Interesting. Good damage mitigation in that sense. The reduced damage received by 40%, not too bad. The effect can occur no more than 1 time per battle. Reduced damage received by 10%. The effect is enhanced by 5% for 1 round every time an ally hero loses armor points. So again, it's stackable depending on how many of your allies actually have arcane weapons. You will get more bang for your buck out of Pingu's axe. Now, Pingu, I'm sure I know I'm butchering this, but I don't care because I like Pingu, the Newt Newt. We're going to call him the Newt Newt axe. So the Newt Newt axe, damage received minus 10%. This effect is enhanced 5% per round, etc., etc. Increased damage and defense. Pretty stock standard. So would I say that this is an offensive style axe? From its description, it's mainly damage mitigation. However, there is some offensive aspects to it. Now, of course, You would assume being an axe, it would do a lot of damage, but in my opinion, it's probably the ultimate weapon the ultimate that's actually gonna do stuff. So basically, when taking action, so when you're striking, grants 3 allies with the highest attack, excluding self, sky strength. Interesting, excluding self. That lasts one round up to one time per round. When taking action, afflict the enemy 2 enemies with the highest HP with 5,000 divine weapon damage, and restore 2 random allies. So reduce 2 random enemies' armor points by 70. So literally half of their armor points are getting reduced to randoms, and of course doing 5,000 damage. 5,000 damage is impressive, right? I'm not gonna lie, that's a fair whack of damage. You might want to maybe put this on a hero that maybe in the back row, in my opinion, just so that you've already mitigated all the crap that's gonna get there from the buffs from your dragons and your tortoises and your tactics and all that lovely bullshit that goes on with the game. You might want to, just so that this guy can actually do a lot of damage, the 5,000 damage could be quite big. Extreme supreme damage, wow, extra supreme damage, immune or damage reduction based on block or reflect, arcane heroes and below. Okay, so basically just keep stacking. Keep stacking its ability for its base damage. What else is there? Split mountain at the end of each round attacks all enemy heroes with 0 armor points, dealing 20% max divine weapon damage. So HP based weapons damage from the divine weapon. This inflicts extra supreme damage, immune to damage reduction, yada yada yada. Sky strength damage when taking action plus 150%. The increased amount in is evenly inflicted on all enemies, cannot occur more than 2 times per round. I mean, it just gets stronger and stronger, right? Basically, you do extra damage and you do lots of it. You also have this ability at the very end, damage reduction against shields and damage reflection, as well as attack debuffs received. Kind of cool. Not going to say that this axe shouldn't be bought. If you are spending on the game, I feel like you would have the competitive edge if you buy this. Don't ask me who you're going to equip it to, though, because there's a lot of other cool combinations. My initial thought would probably be a support, but reading through what it actually does, I feel like you might be better off sticking this on a offensive character. Maybe your slot 1, maybe your slot 5, depending on how you have your rotation set up. You could do some insane burst damage, but it really just, from my opinion, kind of depends on when you actually get it to proc. Because that 5,000% divine weapon damage, you really have to wait until that actually is an opportune time. So there's no damage reduction on the enemy team, or there's little. The armor points are being stripped away, and then basically, you always want it to proc, because when it attacks targets with 0 armor points, it does even more damage. It does relayering, it stacks again. It seems pretty situational, but certainly something that you'd want to invest in. Now, moving along for those that actually don't want to spend money on the game, i.e. PB, we actually have the Spring Tour Festival. It's actually called the Anniversary Event, but let's just call it the Spring Event. So, old Moot Pingu, if you don't want to build him, at least grab his shards, but then move on to some yummy stuff. Now, as you can probably tell, I already got one of the selection chests. They are giving us arcane gear for free. They're giving us the Gen 2 for free. They're also giving us quite a lot of food for free, which is kind of nice if you want to do some additional indexes. You are going to get one of these up to the Generation 3. Very nice if you want to upgrade some of your tactics if you're still using them. And of course, they're giving us 100 of these shards, which again, not bad if you want to, say, upgrade your Immortal Vest. I believe your Immortal Vest also has armor points. Yes, correct, it does. Might be worth investing in that. I don't know if this has armor points. I can't remember. I don't think it does. I could be completely wrong, though. I don't think this gives armor points. I think it's only from the Gen 2 onwards. Alright, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the only one that actually starts to give armor points in the game. And then, of course, moving forward, they all give it from that get-go. So definitely worth using that if you are going to be building the axe as well, maybe leveling that up a couple of times. Now, in order to do this, the missions are pretty stock standard. Make sure you do your dailies. Doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure that out. However, these ones once done, they are all stackable. You will need to wait for the Warlord's Clash to appear. As you can see, it doesn't appear there. You'll also need to wait for the X server to appear there. Now, if you're curious about the X server ones, remember to use the old trick. So I would go for a lesser one. So maybe one of these ones, something that's not being fought. Go in, challenge it, back out, go in, back out, back out, go in, back out, go in, and all that, etc. Do all of the little shuffle dances. You know what I'm talking about for the OGs in the house. And you'll be actually able to complete this on day one. And that means you can actually snag pretty much a free mythic combo charm by the time you finish that all out. Now, unfortunately, there's not really any way to do it for any of the other ones. Maybe Warlord's Clash, you can max that out on day one when it appears. This one, again, you have to wait every single day. It's going to be the journey thing, so just tap, 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 and you get some freebies there. As for the summit, if you've been saving up your tokens, you can spend them all. You can buy the additional ones. I bought the additional 25 a day, or you can just be patient and wait until the very end. Now, of course, you know the exclusive reward is there, but honestly, I just do it purely for these because, let's be honest, that's pretty awesome. Deck out one more of your heroes with some arcane gear and call it a day. However, if you do miss a couple of the days, I think there is a little bit of a grace period. You might be able to buy some additional points with gold at the very, very end. But try to get on top of that day one and let me know in the comment section down below if you're excited for the freebies. Actually, the game's gotten a little bit more generous since I've been away, so I am excited to come back and start with the whole power-up process. I am thinking that I'm going to be here for a very, 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 very long time doing it all. Now, of course, for those that are new and just tuning into the channel that have gone away for a little while, come back. We have a bucket load of crap in the bag for this account, and we will be probably around the 2.5 to 3,000 of the mythic tokens, or sorry, the gold tokens. So we're going to be basically smashing out all of our heroes, doing our tactics, and then using pretty much everything over on our monsters, getting some monster gear. It's going to be great. So we did manage to get 300 of these tokens. Now, one thing that I wanted to do was make sure that I had all of this. I don't want the headache of actually having to micromanage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 28 of these. So what is this? 8. 28 should be enough. So at least I know that I have to worry about getting this stuff. So that's going to be a guaranteed 100 vermilion shards. Beautiful. Of course, we already have the Black Tortoise purchased. So at least I know for the index purposes that that is covered without me having to stress about the multiple freaking chests. Everything seems to have some sort of multiple selection chest in it. Like there just seems to be layers upon layers. So obviously I'm going to go for the, I want to say I want to at least get all of these guys maxed out as far as I can, but I want to go for the heroes first, then I'm going to go for the monsters, then I'm going to go for the combo charms. I'm going to be saving up for the combo charms for, of course, the arms race. Probably going to buy all of the arcane ones that are available, and then I'm trying to buy the tactics. So probably the tactics, and then maybe 1 or 2 combo charms. We'll see, because of again like the indexes and all that sort of rubbish. But at least 1 combo charm, maybe 2 or 3 tactics if we have enough. Very expensive, I'm not gonna lie. And then we're gonna like just smash it out with the rest of the heroes. So we should be able to get a few of them up to 5-star. At the very base level, we'll be able to get a couple to 1-star, I'd imagine, like with no dramas about that, because we will be spending a lot of money when that arms race comes out for Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, hit that like, subscribe, notification button. Jump into the Discord in the link below. Fox will be on there, another YouTuber if you don't know him. Silent Fox, he can always answer a lot of the questions, as well as Grandpa Ray as well. He is available. And of course, if you're coming across from all of our pirating adventures, welcome. Fun game, very free to play, friendly. The link's in the description field below. But I will be doing the event guide to the new event for, of course, the Straw Hat Gangs. What is it? The Ghost is back, and what else is back? I think there's like a gem event, so I'm excited to do some videos on that a little bit later today. So thanks so much for watching. Until next time.